So, October 25th, 2022. I just woke up. I had a dream about, it is 6:23 in the morning. I had a dream. And I did go to the bathroom before this. Yeah, I gotta document everything in these things. That there was a concert going on. I am in Jacksonville, Florida at the U.S. Express terminal. There was a concert. The dream was that there was a concert going on here in Jacksonville. And also I remember is something about a really famous singer that I knew, but I didn't know. And he asked me to fill in for someone who was, it was like a duet singing thing, whatever. And the other person couldn't show up. So he asked me to be there. I said I would. But anyway, I can't. I just can't, I can't go. Well, I woke up and before recording, I just can't go. There's too much going on with the corporation and all that. And I looked it up to see if there, and the only things that stuck in my head when I woke up was November 10th. Well, the 10th. And the only thing that's coming up is November 10th. And yeah, so what stuck in my head was 10. 2 sets of flip-flops of black and white. One set was black, one set was white. They were arranged to where the left one of the black was first, going from left to right. It was left black flip-flop, then left white flip-flop, then the right black flip-flop, and the right white flip-flop. And then they switched the right, when I said I would be there, they switched the right flip-flop that was black with the right white flip-flop. So it was black, white, white, black. And I was like, what? What is that supposed to mean? Is that a sexual reference? Or what is that about? I don't understand. And then, what else stuck in my head was that the guy was blonde. And then I researched it. The guy in the white shirt. I don't even know these people. I've never met them before. I didn't even know there was a band like this. I don't follow these things. I purposely do not follow these things because I don't need them distracting me from getting the corporation up and going. And I don't know if I'm sleepwalking or not. I'm so scared that I've begun sleepwalking on this medication. And I have no resources available to see if I am sleepwalking. And I just don't know. I don't know. I'm so scared. I'm so scared that I'm sleepwalking. I sleep half naked. I sleep half naked. At times, and I couldn't live with myself. I couldn't live with myself if I was sleepwalking. All this hard work would be for nothing. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be able to have a normal life. I would have to suicide. Everything I've worked hard for would be gone. Everything I put in my past, all the horrible acts I've ever thought of, all the horrible things I've ever done. I've stolen, I've lied, I've cheated. Then I put it in my past and I told myself it would never happen again. But that was the end of it. And it would stay in my subconscious. And it would never come out. Because it's not me. It's not who I need to be as a person. I was a young, dumb teenager. And I knew that as an adult, that's not who I wanted or needed to be. And if I'm sleepwalking, then my life is gone. Because that person, she's not a person. She's a monster. Out for blood, carnage, and destruction. Everywhere she goes. She manipulates, lies, just to try and get you to follow her somewhere. And eventually, if she realizes that people aren't gonna follow her places, she'll start killing in the middle of towns. Murdering thousands of innocent people. Millions. For no reason. Well, in her reasoning, it's because we've all strayed from our religions and our beliefs as humans, and so therefore we are no longer human. She doesn't understand that we are human beings trying to work through our pasts. But they remain in the past because we learn from the past, implement it to the present for a better future. And she also knows that if anything in that step goes incorrectly and we stop learning from our past, then we'll be pushed back into slavery, and there will be mass destruction, and it won't be from her. It won't be from her because she'll be the one cleaning everything up. She'll be the one cleaning up everyone else's mass destruction. And that's why it will be perceived as mass destruction, because she'll need to kill certain people. And they'll seem seemingly innocent at first glance out in public. She knows that they act innocent out in public, but in their homes, in their beds, they're not. She's unreasonable. It's her way or the highway, and the highway being death. I'm not that way, though. When I am awake, I go about my day gardening, taking care of animals, and caring about my family. If I'm sleepwalking, I am Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I am the Hulk gone rogue. I'm yin and yang. However you desire to put it, but I'm real. I'm real, and I adapt. And I overcome extremely fast, within milliseconds, in my subconscious. And I can't be sleepwalking. Because there's a chance if I'm sleepwalking, I'm also sleep driving. And that's bad. That's even worse. But thankfully I don't sleep with any weapons on me, or anything of the sort, because if I am sleepwalking, that would be even worse. I used to sleep with a pocket knife, and that would have been all she needed. She wouldn't have needed anything else. She wouldn't have needed any other weapons. She would have been a force to be reckoned with. She gets off at looking at these types of things. She can't help herself. But me, the true me, the me that reigns over her, And there's the me that is deserving of consciousness and not subconsciousness. This is me. Maybe theoretically, I'm like that subconsciously to protect these things. I've theorized it many times because I know what I'm like subconsciously because of the dreams I have. And I've theorized it many, many times. However, I just don't know. She was definitely my baby. She put herself in that position, by the way. I don't even understand why she did it. She was the silliest kitten. Everyone thought I loved her more than Ace, but the fact of the matter is, I had been arguing one night with my husband, and she came up asking for food. She does that thing that all kittens do. She latched onto the back of my leg. That's Smokey. That's my older brother and his daughter. And I was not wearing something to cover my legs. And I was already, like, in the midst of arguing. So my adrenaline was up. And I grabbed her off the back of my leg. And I threw her in the room. And she ended up hitting her head on my bed frame. And so her nose was bleeding. But I figured, okay, well, if it continues, then it's an issue. Thankfully, it didn't continue. She was just fine. It's Dixie. That was when she got older. No one's standing there. I think that's my mom's dog, Sassy. That's Ace. He loves his closets. He loves to sleep in closets. I mean, me personally, I like to be in closets too. They're cozy and sometimes they're warm. Yeah, you can just shut yourself off from the world sometimes. That's Ace again. That's Jack. It's my bow and arrow set. The spider. I thought it was a really neat looking jumping spider. Jack again, Jack again. That's Ruby. She's a really good girl. She's an Australian Dutch Shepherd mix. And she's misunderstood, really, truly and honestly. She ended up breaking that collar. See, I put the spikes on the outside because I'm not a cruel, heartless B-word, okay? And she ended up breaking it. We had to get her a harness eventually. And that's Dixie again. And that's Ace. That was when we were on Lake City. I lost them because some jerk people kept calling animal control on me. And just when I could get the money to get them their medication that they needed, because they had intestinal worms and heartworms, the vet told me, I legally had to take them to the vet. And so that money got spent on the vet. I was on a new type of medication at that time. How do I say? My medicine had gotten messed with, and I'd been taking the wrong kind of medicine. And the depression hit me extremely hard. And I couldn't deal with the situation as I needed to. And by the time I could get them the money for the medication again, they called animal control again. And so again, I had to legally take them into the vet, which made me spend all the money once more. And by that second visit, the vet misunderstood that I wasn't going to be getting them the medication at all. When I told her it would only be a month before I could get the money for the medication again. And in the report, the vet stated that I wouldn't be getting the medication at all. So, yeah, and I did leave that out in what I'd been writing, I guess. And the medicine I was taking was for my depression. And it ended up, when I took the wrong kind, it ended up making my depression worse. And I lost them. I lost my babies. They were all I had, other than my husband. My family had abandoned me. My dad touched me inappropriately. Since I was little, my sister, I didn't realize till I got older, but my sister sexually, physically, and mentally abused me. My mom, she tried, but there was only so much she could do. She didn't know what was going on between me and my sister. My sister hid it so well and covered it up so neatly that I began to think that everything that was happening to me was my fault. When it wasn't. I tried so hard to figure out what was wrong with me. There was nothing wrong with me. It was all my sister. And so now I have to deal with that. I have to see a psychiatrist and I have to talk to them. And I don't know if I'll even be able to. Talking about this stuff, it hurts. Just over video, it hurts. And so, to do it in front of someone other than my husband, whom I've already talked to about it, he doesn't even know everything. It hurts. Oh, I get back to bed, guys. Thanks for talking with me. Have a good day, night, wherever you're at. Be safe, okay? And honestly, thank you for watching.